Right, so let's get straight to this. So to make an ACI, simply I will just pick up a whole sales on my spreadsheet. So maybe bring in this column and what I'm gonna put all these together. So heading the shop, just say so I call this the shop system, right? So hovering hard, do next. I could just click on that, center that, and just increase size. Okay, so that becomes our heading. Next bit I can do is I can just look up to my next two sections here and maybe just provide a few information there, just something related to the shop. Okay, so if I should match these together and I'm just going to click on that, say we write, so we provide the best services for our customers. So something to do with maybe a logo. Then I could just put something, click on the right button to exit. The reason I've got that there is I'm just going to put an exit button so it gives the user what exactly to do. So right now I'll just click on this section here, and so I'm just going to center that and slightly increase the font. All right. Then I'm just going to do some few colors later, right? So let's say we got a shop system. What could we expect from a shop system 1? I'm just going to refer to our first sheet we have here. Just double click sheet 1 right here, and I'm just going to call that menu. So this is being used. And if I click on here, the plus sign, the next sheet, I could just say stuff, because we could have stuff. Then if I should generate another, then I could just say stock. And I think we can generate a bit more straight to the section. And I could just say, what do I need to generate again? We can also refer to charts where we can make some forecast, and we can also include maybe a calculation page. Okay, could just call that calculations. So altogether, I've got 5 of these, and further along the line, I think we can still have more. So let's just use this to make that simple home screen. Okay, so the HCI all I will just do is I will just have some shapes. I'm just going to use some shapes, not U macros. So it gives some kind of nice colors and features. I'm just going to insert over here and just put what we call a shape. So I'm just going to go for insert shapes. And I'm just going to pick a rounded rectangle around a rectangle corners. And the first bit I'm just going to do is I'm just going to use this as my okay. So having had this, maybe I'll slightly make it. Then I'll right click edit text and I'm just going to call them menu all in uppercase. It's just me. Then over here I'm just going to go to home, just going to center that. And oh, so I'm just going to increase the size. All right. Right. Okay, so maybe I'm not happy with this color, or maybe I may need to change all those colors. Try and make the colors all same unique features as it goes along. Then maybe I could just move menu somewhere here. Let me just move that there. Then the next bit I'm just going to do is I'm just going to right click that and let me just fill the shape. So if I go straight down here, I'm just going to pick just color. All right, then from this I can do Ctrl C, then Ctrl V. So how many shapes do I have more? And we've got 5 of this. So I just need 2 more. 1, 2. And I'm just going to use this one here for my exit. So I'm just going to make that very small. Then here I'm just going to type exit. Then I'm just going to change the shape to red, just as it says here. Then I'm just going to move these ones across. So roughly I've got my, what's the next one? I've got my stock. So let's say we call this one stuff. Then we call this one stock, then we call this calculations, and I could just click on that and just resize that so it fits just as this, so it fits nicely. Then after that, I'll just call this, what do we call this one? Charts, right? So let me just make sure I have my S, but just want to keep the same shape. So what we do have is a simple thing, very easily done. Now, what to do next is how do I connect all these shapes to these? So if I should click on menu, it should stay on menu. If I should click on stock over here, it should take me to the stock page. If I click on that, it should take me to that. So just to go further, all I just need to do is just a few colors just to make this look a bit more nicer. I could just pick this blue color. Then here I could just make it slightly deep and maybe make this one maybe a bit white. Then also I could just say maybe I want to give this a finer color just on here. It's up to your perception, okay? So ideally, I've done a menu page. So right now, how do I link this to the other pages to do this? It's very simple. I know some students or some people can easily do this by right-clicking and link I could just go to place in this document. You could see I've seen myself references there. So if I should just select menu, then click OK. That means anytime I click on the menu, it should take me to menu. It's not working for this because I'm just going to remove the link. If I try that on stuff. All right, so right-click. Then if we go straight to link, then I go on stuff. Click OK. What happens is if I click on that, it takes me to the stuff page. All right, but we're going to try something more different, okay? So